Hey guys, Peter from EJ Todd here, and today I'm out doing a bit of squid fishing in Moreton Bay, throwing Yamashita live 2.5 squid jigs. I'm going for the neon bright colours today. This is the second jig I've used for the day, but I'll pink one before, I think 0064, and then this more natural colour here, but in a neon bright green, because I've got overcast conditions with a slightly dirty water here, pretty green. So the neon bright green is a choice for those conditions because it shines the most in those conditions. So the squid can lock in and see that. Obviously it's a live jig, so it's got that thermal jacket underneath the cloth, and that radiates heat or holds heat into the jig, and the squid pick that up and can hone on it. So a couple of things going for it. We've got the neon bright color and we've got that live technology as well. So we'll throw these out and see if we can get a few squid in Moreton Bay. The technique I prefer is to cast the jig out into the shallows, let it sink, and then really whip the rod with big slack in between, and that gets the jig darting from side to side. And then to try and pay attention to the slack line on the descent, so that when coming down, the squid will pick up on it as it's sinking down. Now today I'm just fishing a bit of rock. We've got a bit of rock here on one of the islands, and we've got a fair bit of current coming along it, and the squid will hold up along the rocks in those current areas waiting for a feed. You get a lot of hardy heads and stuff like that that'll come down and reside on these areas here, trying to get away from the predatory fish like snapper and stuff like that. And that's the best place to have a look. We've got rock, we also got weed beds that you can fish in the bay as well. I'm running the drag quite light. You can hear it ticking as I'm working that jig. That's about the right tension you want to have. You want enough to push the barb in, but not to rip the candle off or the tentacle off the squid. Yep, I saw the line tick off then. I'm using the high-vis Siglon AMZ 8-strand in the bright orange colour, and I was working that lure, and as it went down I saw a little tick in the line, little movement of the line. You don't feel the bite so much, you just see the line move a little bit, and the squid just came along and grabbed it. So couple of casts after that lure change, a little bit of a move around position, and not a big squid, that's a pretty small one, but all good fun and great eating. I'll pop this one back in and try for a bigger one. Watch this fella turn clear after I let him go. They're usually like quite bright in colour, and the second you let him go, they turn clear. See if he changes colour. Yep, see him go? Yeah. All right, so I got one in that little zone in here, so I'll have another bit of a cast in there. Fair bit of current on that position there. So probably some smaller hops coming out. Oh, there's another one straight away. Next cast in. Might be a bigger one, this one. Yep, I'd say this is a bigger squid. So 2 and 2 casts, I hit spot lock, drifted back in with the lure, straight away onto another squid. Better size. I always keep an eye out too when I get one in. I'll have a look to see if he's got any mates following. Often you'll see 2 or 3 come following that squid in. I'll lead him over this way a little bit because he's still got a bit of water left in him. And I might put that one in the esky, that one. All right, I've got the Yamashita squid spike. We use this to kill the squid. Put this in around the back of the head. And you'll see the body go all clear. That means the squid is totally dead. Give him a bit of a clean up in the water. Okay, 2 from 2 from that little spot. I'm going to pop it back straight in where I hooked that last one. Straight back up in there. Little hops coming out because I'm in really shallow water. And there's one straight away. Just little hops over top of the rocks. We've got 3 and 3 casts. As I get that jig out deeper, I'll let it sink and then I'll start imparting those bigger action to get that jig darting side to side. But when it's in really shallow, I just little hops along the tops of the rocks. Another nice size squid. He's coming quite pale, he's changing colour now. I might let this one go as well. Can we go 4 from 4? That's the big question. All right, we'll give it a go. So it's coming a bit deeper now, start working a bit harder. Oh, there's what, yep, got him. Saw that line take off again. 4 from 4. Another little squid, but great fun, great eating. I've got enough now probably for a feed, so I'll let these fellas go. Catch and release is not a problem with squid, because you're not really doing much damage to them at all. They'll repair themselves very, very quickly from this. Great fun. Build some skills, especially feeling that bite on the drop. It's one thing I've learnt. I fished with SK from Yamashita last year, and watching him was amazing. I learnt a lot by watching how he worked the jig, but mostly about how he monitored that line as it was sinking and watched for those bites. All right, we'll pop him back in. Off you go, buddy. Down he goes. That spot looks like a squid spot. There he is. Knew there'd be one in here somewhere. Another nice one. We're in winter here, quite a cool morning, blowing a westerly. And this is prime time for your squid in these cooler conditions. These rocks will hold a bit of heat when the sun's hitting them, and that heat goes out to the water, warms the water up a little bit more, which attracts the bait and possibly these as well. But as a result, we've got both of them here anyway. So another nice squid, I'll pop him back in. Watch him, oh, big squid ink, and off he goes. All right, see if I can get another one out of that little spot back there. Yep, this one feels like a good one. It's a tiny little bay in before the rocks. They're on the upcurrent side of the rocks. Definitely a better squid by the feel of it. So definitely get them in patches today. It's just you hit a spot and you'll get one, and you more than likely get 2 or 3 from that same spot. And then you drift along, you find another one, and then again you get another one again. So I think this is 2 or 3 and 2 or 3 casts. Another nice squid. I got wet. It's all water, thank goodness. There's one. Oh, he grabbed it. Got him. Yes. He grabbed it and came off. Back down, 2 more jigs and back on it. Oof. All right, I think it's enough squid for today. I'm going to let this one go as well. Been a really good session. I've only really covered, I want to say, 80 meters of bank here, and I probably caught, you know, a dozen or more squid along the stretch here. Paying attention carefully when I get one, just to, you know, work that area. That's sort of 3 or 4 from here. You know, you could say 3 or 4 from over there, and then, you know, probably 8 from over the front bit. So it's worth just spotting on a spot and giving it a go, then moving around and you know, basically covering ground till you find them and then persist where they are. So work all the depths, you know, start shallow and work your jig all the way out quite deep, because they tend to hang either or. When I say deep, I'm not saying, you know, very deep. Probably it says 1 meter of water underneath the boat here, so that's not very deep. But when you're casting into, you know, 30 or 40 centimeters of water, that's quite shallow in comparison. So all right, yep, now's the time. You want to head out in Moreton Bay and get squid. This is the time of year we get them the most, especially in the shallows. We do get them during summer. You use the bigger jigs in summer usually. You go to a 3 or 3.5 because you're fishing usually weed beds rather than rock, and on the deeper drop-offs. So you need a bigger jig because they might be even deeper in that sort of 4 or 5 meters of water at most, sort of thing. Whereas in winter, they're up in the shallows more so, and we're using those smaller jigs, 1.8, 2.2, I like a 2.5. I do use a 1.8 from time to time, but if I was to pick one size jig, it'd 100% be the 2.5 live in a neon bright green for Moreton Bay. It seems to be the best colour, hands down. So, all right, I'll let this guy go, and hope you get out and try and catch some squid soon.